Man, what it do? Welcome to another episode of For the Love of the Game. Excuse me. I'm your host, your guest, your only person here. You know what I'm saying? I'm everything you can be. You feel me? You seen by the title, man. You know what we here for. I'm still gonna rep. You feel me? I'm still gonna rep. Got my man Cove here with me. We all here. There's a lot of different ways I thought about recording this video before the game. A lot of little edits I was gonna put in there, a lot of stuff I was gonna wear, a lot of ways that I thought about making this video special for the repeat. You know what I mean? For the Chiefs going back to back. I was thinking like, hey, I'm gonna come out, had an Apple Watch on, I'm gonna have my Chiefs covered, and at around 5:30 p.m. on Sunday, Tom Brady, he was telling me, you gonna have to reconstruct your video. Basically, your video's not good. It wasn't a good scheme. So I'm here, man. And before I get into my plethora of reasons why we lost this game, I say we, y'all know I'm from the city, so a plethora of reasons why we lost this game. First things first, man. Let me give my man Thomas flowers. You know what I'm saying? Him and Braun pretty much had the same year. We keep hearing that they're getting up in age, and it's almost like after all the great things that they've done, I'm gonna stay on time right now. We're talking about Super Bowl. So all the great things he's done, we still like, nah, we gotta see it again. We like, nah, he not that great. We gotta see it again. And as a fan, I hate Tom Brady, right? From all them bad Chiefs days. I just hate Tom Brady. Regular season, playoff, it don't matter. And as somebody who loves the sports, somebody who loves football, somebody who loves sports, I don't think you can hate Tom Brady, man. You got to appreciate the greatness. You know what I'm saying? It's time. He went and did it for the 7th time. He's 7-for-11 in the biggest game in anybody's career. He's been there 11 times. I seen the stat that it's more likely for Tom Brady to go to the Super Bowl than it is for Steph Curry to make a 3. And you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. So I want to do this first part, man, to really, I'm a Chiefs fan all the way, but it's time to give the flowers to the man. 7 Super Bowl ring. And to get the 7th, he did it in dominating fashion. And before I dive into this video, I said there was a lot of legacy on the line during this game. I said Pat Mahomes cannot be the GOAT because him beating Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, whoever, Justin Herbert, Tua, it doesn't matter. I felt like he's the best quarterback of the new generation, and we know that. So, therefore, we need to get some meaningful wins under our belt. Meaningful. The one meaningful game we played, I feel like, we played Tom, 2018 AFC Championship. He beats us, right? Overtime thriller. That sucks. Another game we lost to Tom Brady due to penalties. I'll get there. Hold on. I know if you're a Chiefs fan, you watching this, y'all ready to hold on with me. So, we lose to him in 2018, so he's one up on us. So then we see this man, he's 43 years old, and we've all been hearing the talk about the passing of the torch. Tom Brady's getting up in age, Mahomes is getting up there. Already eye test, physically the best we've ever seen probably. Now it's about legacy, right? So we get the chance to play him again, and sure enough, Mr. Tom Brady, Mr. 7-time Super Bowl champion, does it on the brightest stage, man. And now I'm giving him his flowers. What an amazing game. What an amazing game from the defense. But before I dive into that and give y'all this recap of how the Buccaneers won a Super Bowl last night in dominating fashion over a team who we've never seen be stopped. And they held the number 1 team for the past 3 years on offense to 3 field goals. Not a touchdown, 3 field goals in the biggest game of the year. Let's talk money. So first off, let's talk the penalties, man. Before I get into how many and how many yards, let's understand who we playing. If you give a guy like Tom Brady multiple chances at anything in any game, the way we did, you're gonna lose, and that's simple. If you give Tom Brady what we give him, at halftime, we had 8 penalties and we had 6 points. Okay, so there's already a little problem right there. A lot of that was because I felt like we gave up early. I truly did. I feel like they messed us up mentally. We're in the Super Bowl making mental mistakes, right? Unnecessary roughness, offsides, holding. How do you go offsides on a field goal? How often does a field goal get blocked, okay? Good answer, not that often. So why are you so eager to think you gonna be the one to get around this corner and block a field goal? It's 4th and 5. It's 4th and 5. They kicked the field goal. They were getting off the field. We get a 5-yard penalty that turns it into first down against the 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady. We said, here, Tom, take these yards. See if you can score on us. Our defense is already superb. Let's give you 95 yards and penalties in the first half. Let's see if you'll beat us. All right, so then we go down to the pivotal drive before half. We get back-to-back PI calls. A deep ball on Breland, which, I mean, did he impede Mike Evans' progress? Act like y'all ain't see that. Did he impede Mike Evans' progress? I don't know, but he tripped, which then caused Mike Evans to trip. The refs called that game tight. They in the Super Bowl, you would like to see them let it play. I'm not going to put the game on the refs, but do I feel like the refs played a key part in that first half? Absolutely. We can't put ourselves in those situations to let a ref dictate a game anyway, but we did. But the refs had too much control of that first half, all right? We had 8 first half penalties. We finished the game with 11. So whatever they talked about inside or whatever, or whatever adjustments we made, whichever one, give or take, they were too late. Rather the refs made an adjustment, said we calling this game too tight, let's loosen up. It was too late. Rather, we went in the locker room and said we're losing our temper. We're not playing disciplined football. It was too late, right? So we back to the penalty though. We throw a deep ball to Breland. All right, they get it on their side of the ball now. Tom Brady, another mistake. Then on the very next play, our safety, our captain, the Honey Badger, who was mentally messed up this game. You could see it from the trash talk. You could see it, man. He gets I don't want to say blatant, but I don't know what he was doing. He did impede Mike Evans' progress that time and just kind of held him up for a second. He couldn't get to it. Now they get the ball on the 1. They score with 6 seconds left in the second quarter because of 2 back-to-back penalties against Tom Brady. We're not playing Matthew Stafford. We're not playing Josh Allen. I don't want a name call, but y'all know y'all not Tom Brady. We're playing Tom Brady in the biggest game of the year. That's the Super Bowl, and it's 21-6 at half. It's 21-6 at half, right? So defensively, we lost our temper. We didn't fill our gaps. There was a specific play where Tom Brady was purposely, just like when you play somebody like Tom Brady, you got to be dialed in. You got to be locked in, man, because he's such a veteran and he's such a vet. He knows how to do things. Like there was a whole play where he looked Tyrann Mathieu off to the left. He's looking to the left knowing that they're looking at his eyes and Gronk is going up the seam. You know what I mean? And that's just a veteran move, and that's where we have to be disciplined and understand whatever the defense was, we should be dropping back. Tyrann Mathieu's a great player because he plays off of his instincts, and sometimes your instincts can burn you. You know what I mean? So then we get to the protection, man. So once we get through the penalties, then we go to the O-line. We down 3 O-line. Patrick Mahomes was pressured 29 times during the Super Bowl. And let me make something clear, man. Tampa Bay's defense is no slouch. I want to say that. But we didn't see this coming. Another part is that I felt like we got outcoached a little bit. I don't know if y'all know, but there are things going on in Andy Reid's personal life. I ain't the one to get to it on the podcast. They don't pay me enough to talk about the man's personal life, so I don't do that. So, but, no excuse me. I'm saying we got outcoached. I felt like they went too two double high safeties, right? Taking off the deep ball. Tyreek burned them. We should have known that. Tyreek burned them week 12, okay? So we should have known a team with Tom Brady on it will not make the same mistake twice. I don't know if we anticipated them taking off the deep ball, but we should have. And once we should have changed our scheme. I felt like just watching that we didn't change our scheme. And that is why we couldn't get anything to develop. We kept going downfield when they're clearly taking downfield off. And then, usually when a team plays double high safeties, they don't have the gifted linebackers that Tampa Bay did. Tampa Bay had Davis and White, 54 and 45. Now, you don't hear a lot about them, but if you play Madden, they got them X's under their feet, and you know what that means. So they were on everything short. I feel like we could have ran the ball more. Our longest play of the game was 26 yards. That was a run by Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the second half. I feel like we came out and we played like defending Super Bowl champs. I feel like we came out and we played, like those dudes, man, they played like the underdogs. They played like they had something to prove. They played like week 12 pissed them off, They played that way. They carried themselves that way. And they came out and hit us in the mouth. And the debate about is it better to have a better secondary or a better D-line is about to get real interesting considering what they just did to us in the Super Bowl. 31-9, dominating fashion for the Buccaneers. Dominating fashion for the Buccaneers defense. They held Pat to 270 yards, 2 interceptions, and not a single touchdown. It's time to hand out flowers, man. Tom, you get a bouquet. The defense, you get one. To hold the best team in the league for the last 3 years to no points in the biggest game of the year, where you would expect all the biggest plays to happen. If you weren't a fan of either team, if you were just someone who, you watched the Super Bowl at your house, you had a little party, this game was boring to you. It was boring to me. But what hurt as a fan is like I felt like they gave up. I'm in front of my TV, I'm yelling, I'm trying to say, hey, we can never lose hope. The whole narrative all year is you don't never get nervous when you got 15 on your team. But Tony Romo said it, man, we were down 21-6. Like, we've been down, but a lot of it was self-inflicted. Like, this one felt different. It felt like they were stopping us, and they were. And they did. And an excellent game plan. You know what I mean? There's not much to say, man. But I do want to say that, like I said, I'm one to say, I don't know, man. Hopefully we get to meet up with him again. But I do feel like Pat needed this win to be able to, or for us to be able to call him the GOAT. That's not how Pat looks at his career. That's for us to debate, whatever. You can talk to you blue in the face. But I feel like to be the GOAT, you got to beat the GOAT. Or you got to surpass the GOAT in something. So maybe rings down the line, we'll see. It would have helped to get that 2 right there and be able to beat Tom. But not only did they beat us, again, they beat us in dominating fashion. They only let us get 3 field goals. Pat had 270 yards. And Tom Brady and Gronkowski threw or connected for 2 touchdowns. That old New England connection that I will forever hate. And I do forever hate. But with that being said, man, they did their thing. This is my take, because, I got a lot of texts. I got a lot of calls. I ain't want to keep texting everybody, letting them know what I think. I need to make a video. So, I ain't happy. But Patrick Mahomes, 25. We going to be back. Pat, you finna have a kid. You're 25. Don't let the Super Bowl loss bear on you too bad. Live your life, man. But just make sure when we come back. One more thing. Everybody talking about, is this the recipe to beat the Chiefs? You know what I'm saying? Play double high safeties and have them run the ball. They ain't had no run game. Mind you, our starting running back, Damian Williams. Where you at, 2-6? Right. Where you at, 2-6? So, the one who had a great game in the Super Bowl last year with the 2 touchdowns, arguably the biggest one of the Super Bowl to give us the lead, he was out this year because of COVID. We do have a running back. That was the way to play us that year, yes sir. But when we back in full effect, I don't want to hear it. I ain't talking about next year, because this year right now belong to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because that man went there and gave them dudes a Super Bowl who would never get a Super Bowl. And that's when you officially reach legend status. And he's there. Shout out the man, the myth, the legend, Tom Brady. And hopefully we see him again, no cap. And that's it for this video, man. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe to my channel right here. Watch my last video right here. That was probably from like 11 months ago, but I'm back. We rolling. And I'll see y'all next video.